Jeff Slauson here from 19 News Now at the 19 News Digital Desk. We have a fire that is currently in the effort of being put out on Zoeter Avenue. This is a few blocks north of League Park. We're actually showing you an overhead view. This is from one of our cameras, so you can actually see this from parts of the skyline here. And now let's bring you live to the scene. We have a crew that arrived shortly after the fire had started. I think we only have one crew that has responded thus far, so a one-alarm fire, I believe. Is it a... So yeah, just a one-alarm fire right now, and you can see just that one crew. A second has not been called to the area. A couple of things we want to look out to and look out for as we hope that the shot comes back here. I'll show you what this looks like, at least from the air and from the map here. So this is Zoeter, so that's the street. It's not really that long. You can see where it is proximity to League Park. But obviously, when you look at these types of neighborhoods, it's the proximity to other homes that's a problem. This one does not appear to be that close to other homes, which is good because you want to prevent the spread through things like venting and things like that, obviously. Now, what we are trying to look at this point is the actual color of the smoke. When you see it, that is a little bit more white. That means that there's more moisture in the air and more moisture in that smoke there, which helps to give us an indication that they are, as of right now, really well attacking this and attempting to get this out. Now, we keep moving around, and I don't want you to get seasick here, so I'm going to put this on myself and then also put it on this map to show you. Now, we have very limited information regarding who potentially could have been in the home, if anybody was, pets, humans, things like that. We do not know the exact time when it started, but of course we will get that information to you. And the key point, which I know many are curious about, is how did it start? And that is something that we rarely know on time. That usually takes quite a bit to try and figure out here. I'm going to see if I can find on the map where this home is. There we go. All right, now we're back. Cool. Yep, all right, so now you're seeing some parts of it. Okay, so it looks like it is coming through parts of the roof or the attic area. So you want that to be a little less dense of smoke there. So hopefully that'll be brought down a little bit, but you can tell that the way that they're trying to get it. So what they'll most likely try and do is cut some holes into that roof, open that up, allow them access into it, but also allow the fire to breathe a little bit so it's not as contained, and then that helps them to actually attack it as we kind of continue here. So I'm going to try and see if I can locate where this home is on Zoeter. See, that is a pretty...
Try 6616.
66... Okay, we're going to try that area. So we're going to see if we can, just try and locate this home. I think this actually might be it. Nope, that's not it. There we go. I believe that's it.
That's 671.
Yeah, I got it. All right, so yeah, this is the home here. So when we talk about, the things that fire crews want to try to avoid here, it's proximity to other homes. Now this, fortunately, you can see on here, and then you can see in the live picture that we have provided for you. I'll do a double box here so it's really clear. There's no homes around. It's just empty lots all around here. Empty lots to the left, empty lots to the right. And then as we continue on, there's a full built, like one lot essentially in between the two. But look at where these crews are. So you can see that there was one firefighter kind of to the left-hand side of it. Really would love if our camera would stop moving. I'm so sorry that keeps happening there. So let's pull back here again. But they were kind of hanging out in the trees in the area behind it, as you see them kind of yanking the hose there, but you can see how much growth there is. Look at all the foliage on the front and the sides. That can be a concern. Remember, it has been so dry the past few days. Unbelievably dry the past couple of weeks. Anything like this can start and progress as a much larger fire, especially when you see just how much we have around that in the area. Now I'm going to bring you back to this overhead view. All right, so take a look here. So you can see where that dot is on the screen, that overhead view. Look how much foliage and look how many trees kind of surround there. So that seems to be a very large portion of the concern that the fire crews are paying attention to, and a very large portion of how they're trying to fight this. It looks like the roof's actually caved in right there. Yeah, I think it is. I think part of that roof is caved in. But the house kind of turns to the left. Yeah, so the house kind of turns. It has like a little corner to it. So there's multiple sides to this roof. But yeah, the attention is, and I really hope that we can show those firefighters in the backyard again because of how dry it has been. The brush around this home, which does not seem to be kept up pretty well here, the brush in and out of there, that can catch in a second. Now, we've talked at length. Man, we gotta stop moving this camera like this. All right, so what I'm gonna, once as soon as this kind of clears up here, I want to pull up the fire danger Cleveland.
Working time 40 minutes.
Okay, 40 minutes they've been on this. So yeah, that's a great shot right there. So what I'm gonna try and do here is pull up the observed fire danger. Yeah. So our fire danger today is moderate. So it is at a moderate level, which means that fires start easily and spread at a moderate rate. They could start from accidental causes, such as a house fire, something like this, and then they can start to generally expand. Fires in open cured grassland will burn quickly and briskly and spread on a windy day. Wood fires spread slowly to moderately fast. The average fire is of moderate intensity. So it says that fires are not necessarily expected to be happening super quickly on a day like today. But remember how dry it's been. Something can catch pretty easily here. So you see a lot of the attention being paid here to the roof. Holes are starting to form where they are trying to shoot into that roof. Now this is the side part of the roof, so the main part of the roof here, great shot here, the main part of the roof, that front edge where that's gone, but where the front window was knocked out. So what you can tell there is they cleared out that window to try and make sure they could get their hoses in there and potentially somebody in there. But the way that the roof looks, even prior to being shot at by some of those the water guns there, does not seem like it is the most sturdy right now. But you can see that we have parts, there's some more parts of the roof coming off. Oh yeah, they are absolutely hammering that top part of the roof there. Okay, so we were just getting word now, unsure if this home was occupied or not at the time. But look at this. Yeah, just take a look at how they're trying to batter the roof to hope to get in down there. But if you can see, you can kind of see there. So there's actually gaps in parts of the roof that have formed, so they can really start to effectively get in through to where the fire seems to be. Oh yeah, and you can actually see that right there. Yeah, the water's actually coming out the side here. We continue to show you a live look as fire crews battle a fire on Zoeter Avenue. They've been working at it for more than 30 minutes here. And you can see that a large percentage of their efforts are focused on the roof and on the top part of that home. Unsure right now if anybody was in the home at the time of the fire. Waiting for this camera to settle down so we can give a look. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, this is a pretty standard scene that we've seen, and a pretty standard looking fire when it comes to exactly how widespread it is. No homes around on either side, so that helps when you consider a potential spread from one building to the other. Don't have to worry about that right now. What we do have to worry about is any potential for spread to some of those trees that are basically lining the entire area. And as I said earlier, the fire danger here in Cleveland today is at a moderate level, so obviously not great, but not terrible. But this is where we've basically seen a majority of the efforts. The roof, that area right there, yep, perfect shot to show you. Front window that is either blown out through as a result of the hose, or crews did, and you can see that ladder there on the left-hand side. But it does seem like they kind of are having all of the firefighters stay back as of right now, try and fight this from a distance and then go from there. But not too much smoke, which is a good thing. So hopefully it means that they're really getting this under control here. You look for either black smoke or white smoke. White smoke typically means that it's been more and more of an effort from the water guns and things like that to try and get this one out. So as we continue to show you this, for those that are just joining and jumped onto our digital stream here, firefighters continue to battle a fire on Zoeter Avenue. This is just a few blocks north of League Park. I'll show you what this looks like from the maps, from Google Maps, excuse me, of where this is. So that's the where that red dot is. That's where this home is, and where you can see that there's tons of trees that kind of surround this. This photo lasts from 2023. Yes, so pretty recent. So most of the attention has been on that roof, and you can actually see from here that it's caved in. That right-hand side of the roof is caved in, and this is pretty much under control, it seems, as of right now. Only one alarm fire, which means only one crew has been called. They have not needed to call in a second station to provide any vehicles, manpower, wind power, things like that. But this seems to be fairly under control right now. You can see that there's not much smoke coming from it. The roof has caved in, but we're going to stick with it in case anything more does fall through. For those that just jumped on, once we are done with this and we kind of set everything up here, you can rewind a little bit and you can see the point where the fire department was just absolutely hammering that roof with their hoses. I mean, this was just a point where they wanted to make sure that they could get it out as effectively as possible. And in a situation like this, you can't worry about the actual damage that you could potentially cause. You just got to get the fire out. I mean, if anything were to spread, we've had no rain the past couple of weeks. We're going on 20 days or something without rain at Hopkins Airport. I mean, this is a problem. So for many people, they need to just make sure that they get it out. And that's where it seems to be the efforts. And yeah, this seems to be pretty close to being out. But of course, we're going to keep on it until we officially know, or at least get a better idea of it. But yeah, no active flames, no flames shooting out of the home. So seeming like it is pretty much under control as of right now, but of course we'll keep on it to make sure that this does end safely for those that are involved. What we do not know right now, who was home, potentially if anybody was home, even if the home's occupied, I don't think we have the answer for that. I don't know if any pets were there, and then we also do not know the cause. The cause usually takes quite a bit of time to get to. Okay, EMS says that they are too busy to talk to us, so we do not know any updates on that. But yeah, this seems pretty under control. When you see the casualness of the fire crews kind of walking around, that gives you the answer that, yeah, this isn't going to be too much of a problem for them. They feel like they're able to kind of get this done from a safe distance, which of course, keeping those fire crews safe is the #1 priority in addition to the safety of those that potentially were in the home. All right, starting to see a little bit of action here, and we can see our first showing of flames on the left-hand side of where they're kind of picking at that. Let's see if they can get that one out. Yeah, so pretty good video here showing you basically they can tell that there's some sort of more flames behind that part. So what they're going to do is try and get that out here, but it does seem like a large majority of this is out, even though it is still smoking a little bit. Oh yeah, they're really trying to pick at that. Yeah, man. Oh. All right, so I'm going to stop at least my portion of the digital stream here, but we'll keep the video up because it does seem like this is pretty much out at this point. But yeah, if you want to keep watching, we'll of course keep the video going. For now, I'm just Floss with 19 News and much more on the breaking news stories of the day coming up, of course, until 6:30.